Hi guys, one of the most underrated pathways to study French in France is called the DUEF, Diplôme Universitaire d'Études Français. It happens over a semester and it gives you the status of an international student. That's what I'll be talking about today. Today, the pathway I'll be talking about today is something to help you build your French over 2 semesters. And then afterwards, you can go into the program you need when you have a level of French that is good enough for your studies. So this is a pathway that a lot of people haven't heard of, and it allows you to come into France for as many semesters as you need and to learn the language. And then when you are ready to start your master or bachelor degree program, you have the required level of French to carry out the program you want to do, or not, because some programs are in English. Now, already know that when people come into France for a master degree in English, what usually happens is that the program is in English, fine, but you're living in France, the post office is in French, the CAF is in French, administration is in French. So for you to have a quality experience here in France, you still have to have a minimum of French speaking skills, because you're interacting with French people every day. You're looking for an internship, you want a side job, you have to have at least the minimum level of French. Someone who comes into France with an A1 level of language is not bad, but it's still going to be a very hard year for you. You're not going to really enjoy yourself as much because you find yourself frustrated and restricted. And if you happen to be doing your bachelor degree in French language, you need to have a kind of higher level of French that will enable you to understand and participate in the class activities. The B2 level of French is the baseline you need to pass your exams, and that means just pass. You won't do excellently well. B2 is the level you need to pass. So this DUEF solves these problems for you. So DUEF stands for Diplôme Universitaire d'Études Français. What this means is that it's a program that is run by a public university in France, not a language school, a French public university. And this distinction really matters. Here, you are considered a student. You have a student card, a university student. You are a registered university student in France. You have access to social services and equally, you are covered by French social security. So in this program, you live in France for a full semester, but it's advised that you go for 2 semesters because the France embassies in countries will most likely reject your visa application if you're only coming for 1 semester. So while you're living in France, shopping in France, making friends in French, going to French classes, going to the market in French, and you're also going for your semester of language programs, your French will develop in a way that 2 years of French in your home country might not. 1 semester in this program will give you what 2 years of weekly classes in your home country would give you. This is not exaggeration. This is immersion. So the DUEF program takes you from A1 to B1 in a semester. And in a full academic year, it can take you from A1 to B. Now, the part where strategy comes into play is, do you know that you can use this DUEF, a semester of DUEF, you can include it in your master degree application. In your motivation letter, you will include the fact that you tell them, "Oh, I would like to brush up on my language skills before starting my master program." And in this way, before they issue you the admission letter, they're going to put in this aspect so that when you're applying, the embassy can see you're doing a semester of language before you're starting your master. This is not a weakness. It shows initiative, and the admissions team will most likely look favorably on your application because of this. To go straight into the practicals of it, I took my time to research into 3 universities that offer DUEF programs. And a quick note that I actually did 1 semester of DUEF before I moved in to my master degree. So I'm telling you what I know. It's something I've done before. This I did research into is called the Nantes University. They offer semesters from A1 straight through to C2 level of language. You do 18 hours of French language in a week. It costs 1,400 per semester.
At this point, the microphone stopped working, so I'm going to continue the rest of this video as a voiceover. So we are talking about Nantes Université, their IFLE program. It's 18 hours of classes per week, like I said, 1,400 per semester plus 105 euros for social security. It's the same in all universities, you pay 105. And graduates can apply directly to Nantes for their degree program, meaning that when you finish the language program, it's nicer if you're going directly to that same university. The second university I researched into is called the Université de Caen Normandie. Université de Caen Normandie costs 1,522 euros per semester and 2,818 euros per year, which is 2 semesters, meaning that you will save more if you pay for 2 semesters at once. That's it. Then the third university that I researched into have what they call an accent program, is also a DUEF, 5 levels, A1 through to C1. You will do 20 hours of French per week, and the cost is 1,550 euros per semester. This university, Avignon, provides the official letter you need for your student visa. They also help with housing, which is a plus. Avignon is in the south of France, in Provence. For someone arriving in France for the first time, landing in Avignon is a gift. It's a beautiful, beautiful space and saves you the stress of, doing your program in a capital city like Paris. Of course, the quality of life is so much better. Let me be clear about the two situations this applies to. If your master's program is in English, the DUEF is your bridge. You are not required to have B2 French for admission, but you need it to live well. The DUEF gives you that. If your bachelor is in French, B2 is not optional. You need it to pass your exams. The DUEF year before the licence is not a detour. It is the most direct route to succeeding. Business schools, Grande École de Commerce are a different category. Many offer bilingual or English taught bachelor programs. For these, A2 or B1 functional French is usually enough for daily life. The framing I want you to take from this is that I am not delayed, I am arriving prepared. This is a completely different story, and it's the true one. So here's how to plan this. Now today, start building your French using the free tools, phonetics, radio apps. My other video covers all of this. Get to A1 or A2 before you apply for the DUEF. 6 months out, apply to the DUEF program at your target university. Apply for your student visa for the DUEF period, recommended 1 year, 2 semesters. Start your housing research for the city. Semester 1 in France. To do if you arrive, you leave, you learn. By December or January, you are at B1. You already know the city, you know the system. You are not starting from zero anymore. Semester 2, your master's program begins. You enter it as someone France already knows, not as a tourist, as a resident. This is the whole strategy. Simple, tested, real. The students who struggle the most in France are the ones who arrive thinking their English program will protect them from France. It will not. France is everywhere outside the classrooms. Your life, interaction, everything is going to be in French. The DUEF year is not a detour. It's the fastest route to thriving, to have a quality experience here in France. I have a complete guide with all 3 universities, the visa process, the application strategy, and the documents you need, linked below. You can go onto my stand store or click the link for a token call, and please do like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel to let me know if it's really making a difference, if it helps, so that I can have the motivation to continue. And if you want to talk through your specific situation, your field, your language level, your timeline, the link is in my bio. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.